Hey everyone, and welcome to my channel. Today we're diving headfirst into the enchanting world of China travel. Whether you're here for the history, the food, or the breathtaking landscapes, there's something for everyone. Now, I know what you might be thinking. China's massive, it's culturally diverse, and let's be honest, it can seem a tad intimidating if you've never been. But don't worry, I'm here to guide you every step of the way. Trust me, I get it. The first time I visited, I felt the same way. Before we get into the nitty-gritty of visas, destinations, and those oh-so-delicious dumplings, I wanted to share some insider tips to help you navigate the Middle Kingdom like a pro. These tips will make your journey smoother and more enjoyable. Whether you're a seasoned globetrotter or a first-time flyer, there are always those little nuances, those cultural quirks that can make or break your trip. Understanding these can really enhance your experience. That's where I come in. I'm here to share my knowledge and experiences to help you feel more at ease. Having lived and breathed the Chinese culture, I've picked up a thing or two about what to expect and how to make the most of your time in this captivating country. From local customs to hidden gems, I've got you covered. From the bustling streets of Beijing to the serene tea houses of Hangzhou, China has something to offer every kind of traveler. Whether you're an adventurer or a peace seeker, you'll find your niche here. But with so much to see and do, it's easy to feel overwhelmed. The sheer size and diversity of the country can be daunting. That's why I've put together this series, to equip you with the knowledge and confidence to embrace all that China has to offer. We'll cover everything you need to know to make your trip unforgettable. So, buckle up, grab your chopsticks, figuratively, for now, and get ready for an unforgettable journey through the heart of China. This adventure is going to be packed with excitement and discovery. Over the next few videos, we'll be covering everything from must-try street food to haggling like a local in the markets, and even how to navigate those language barriers. You'll be well prepared for every aspect of your trip. I'll be sharing my personal experiences, some funny anecdotes, because let's face it, travel isn't always glamorous, and all the essential advice you need to make your China trip absolutely incredible. So stay tuned, and let's embark on this amazing journey together. Alright, let's talk food, glorious food. And when it comes to China, there's no better way to tantalize your taste buds than by diving headfirst into the world of street food. Forget your fancy restaurants. The real culinary adventures happen on the sidewalks, in those bustling night markets where aromas of spices and sizzling meats fill the air. Now I know what you might be thinking, street food? Is it safe? Trust me, I've been there. And I can confidently say that some of the most delicious, authentic, and yes, safe food I've had in China was from street vendors. Don't be afraid to try something new, something you've never even heard of before. That's part of the adventure. From savory skewers grilled to perfection over charcoal to steaming bowls of hand-pulled noodles, the variety is astounding. Look for stalls with long queues. That's usually a good sign that the food is fresh, flavorful, and a local favorite. And don't be shy about asking for a small taste before committing to a whole plate. A few must-tries on your street food adventure: Jianbing, a savory crepe-like breakfast treat filled with egg, sauces, and crispy crackers. Rujiamo, China's answer to a pulled pork sandwich with tender, flavorful meat stuffed in a fluffy flatbread. And of course, no street food experience is complete without trying some baozi, those fluffy steamed buns filled with savory meat or sweet bean paste. Your taste buds will thank me later. Let's talk shopping. From bustling markets overflowing with silk scarves and jade trinkets to high-end boutiques showcasing the latest Chinese fashion, China is a shopper's paradise. But before you whip out your wallet, let's talk about the art of bargaining. Because in China, it's not just expected, it's part of the fun. Rule number one of shopping in China, especially in markets: never, ever pay the first price the vendor gives you. Consider it an opening gambit in a friendly game of negotiation. The initial price is usually inflated, often significantly, to allow room for bargaining. So how do you haggle like a pro? First, approach it with a smile and a sense of humor. A little lighthearted banter goes a long way. Start by offering a price that's about 30 to 40% lower than what the vendor initially quoted. They'll likely counter with a still too high price, but don't be discouraged. This back and forth is all part of the process. Be prepared to walk away if you're not happy with the price. Often the vendor will call you back with a better offer, and if not, there are plenty of other stalls selling similar items. Remember, it's about finding a price that both you and the vendor are happy with. Now let's talk about the language barrier. Don't worry, you don't need to be fluent in Mandarin to have an amazing time in China, but knowing a few basic phrases can go a long way. Trust me, even a simple ni hao, hello, or zexi, thank you, will be met with smiles and appreciation. Before your trip, try learning how to say things like, where is the bathroom, or how much does this cost? You can use language learning apps, online resources, or even good old-fashioned phrase books. Remember those little translation dictionaries you could buy? Those are still super helpful, especially if you're venturing off the beaten path where internet access might be spotty. And hey, don't be afraid to use hand gestures. Sometimes a little miming can go a long way in getting your point across. China's nightlife is just as vibrant and diverse as its daytime attractions. From bustling night markets to trendy rooftop bars and underground clubs, there's something for everyone. So don't be shy, get out there and experience it. One thing I highly recommend is checking out the local karaoke scene. Karaoke, or KTV as it's known in China, is hugely popular, and it's a great way to let loose and have some fun. Another must-do is experiencing a traditional Chinese tea ceremony. It's a fascinating cultural experience that's both relaxing and enlightening. And of course, no night out in China is complete without trying some of the local street food. Okay, let's talk about getting around China. While flying might seem like the quickest option, I highly recommend experiencing China's high-speed rail network. It's an incredibly efficient and comfortable way to travel between cities, and it gives you a chance to see more of the countryside. Plus, the train stations are often architectural marvels in themselves. Trust me, taking the train in China is an experience in itself. You'll encounter friendly locals, sample delicious snacks from vendors walking through the carriages, and get a glimpse into everyday life outside the tourist hotspots. Hey fellow travelers, let's talk about staying safe and scam-free in China. Just like anywhere else in the world, it's always a good idea to be aware of your surroundings and take precautions. One thing to watch out for is the tea ceremony scam. If someone approaches you on the street and invites you to a tea ceremony, be very cautious, especially if they're not associated with your tour group or a reputable establishment. These scams often involve being taken to an overpriced tea house and then pressured into paying an exorbitant bill. Remember, if it feels off, it probably is. Trust your instincts and don't hesitate to politely decline any invitation that makes you uncomfortable. Another thing to be mindful of is pickpocketing, especially in crowded areas like markets and tourist attractions. Keep your valuables close to you, preferably in a secure bag or pocket. It's a good idea to avoid carrying large amounts of cash and to be discreet when handling money in public. A little bit of awareness goes a long way in ensuring a smooth and enjoyable trip. Alright adventurers, let's talk about something super important before you pack your bags and hop on that plane to China: visas. Now, most visitors will need a visa to enter China, but don't fret, it's not as daunting as it might seem. First things first, you'll want to double-check the specific visa requirements for your nationality. A great resource for this is the iVisa Checker tool. Just pop in your country of citizenship and travel dates, and voila, it'll tell you exactly what you need. Easy peasy. Now if you do find yourself needing a visa, don't sweat it. iVisa is here to make the process smooth and stress-free. Their expert guidance services will walk you through each step, from filling out the application to gathering the necessary documents. They've got your back so you can focus on planning the fun stuff, like which delicious dumplings you're going to devour first. Okay guys, let's talk about something you need to be prepared for when traveling to China, the Great Firewall. Now, you might have heard that China has some restrictions on internet access, and it's true. The Chinese government blocks certain websites and apps that we might take for granted back home. So, what does this mean for you? Well, you'll need to be prepared to live without Google, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and a few other popular platforms while you're there. But don't worry, it's not the end of the world. There are ways to stay connected and navigate this digital landscape. First things first, download any essential apps before you go. Think offline maps, translation apps, and anything else you might need that doesn't rely on Google services. It's always better to be safe than sorry. Alright guys, let's talk about some of the amazing cities you absolutely have to hit up on your China trip. China is a vast country with a rich tapestry of history, culture, and modern marvels. and its cities are a testament to this incredible diversity. First off, we've got Shanghai, a global powerhouse and a total feast for the senses. This city is a perfect blend of the old and the new, where futuristic skyscrapers stand alongside ancient temples. Trust me, walking along the Bund at night with the city skyline lit up like a Christmas tree is something you won't forget. The lights, the energy, and the sheer scale of it all are simply mesmerizing. For the culture vultures out there, Shanghai's got you covered. The city is home to a plethora of museums, galleries, and theaters that showcase both traditional and contemporary Chinese culture. The Shanghai Museum will give you a crash course in Chinese art and history, with its extensive collection of ancient artifacts, paintings, and sculptures. And if you're into more modern stuff, check out the China Art Museum. It's a treasure trove of contemporary art that will leave you inspired and amazed. Foodies, get ready to be spoiled rotten. From Michelin-starred restaurants that offer exquisite dining experiences to hole-in-the-wall noodle joints that'll blow your mind with their flavors and authenticity, Shanghai's got something for every taste bud and budget. Whether you're craving high-end cuisine or street food, this city has it all. And don't even get me started on the shopping. Shanghai is a shopper's paradise, offering everything from luxury brands to unique local finds. Whether you're after luxury brands, quirky boutiques, or those bargain-tastic markets, Shanghai's a shopper's paradise. The variety and quality of goods available are simply astounding. Just remember to bring an extra suitcase or two, you've been warned. The temptation to shop till you drop is real here. Next up, we've got Beijing, the heart and soul of China. This city is a living museum, where every corner tells a story of the nation's rich past. This city's practically bursting at the seams with history and culture. You could spend weeks here and still not see it all. From ancient palaces to modern marvels, Beijing has it all. No trip to Beijing is complete without a visit to the Forbidden City, the former home of China's emperors for over 500 years. It's a place where history comes alive. It's an absolute maze of palaces, temples, and courtyards, each with its own unique story and architectural beauty. So make sure you wear comfy shoes. You'll be doing a lot of walking as you explore this vast complex. And right next door to the Forbidden City is Tiananmen Square, one of the largest public squares in the world. It's a place of immense historical significance and a must-visit. It's a pretty awe-inspiring sight with its vast open space and monumental buildings, and a great place to soak up the atmosphere of the city. You'll find locals and tourists alike, all enjoying the grandeur of this iconic location. It's a place where you can feel the pulse of Beijing and understand its significance in Chinese history, and a great place to soak up the atmosphere of the city. You'll find locals and tourists alike, all enjoying the grandeur of this iconic location. For a bit of peace and quiet after all that sightseeing, head to Beihai Park. It's a serene oasis in the midst of the bustling city. It's one of Beijing's oldest and most beautiful parks, offering a tranquil escape with its lush greenery and scenic views. With a stunning lake, traditional Chinese gardens, and picturesque landscapes, it's the perfect place to unwind. And even a Tibetan-style temple that adds a unique touch to the park's diverse attractions. And if you're up for a day trip, you can't miss the Great Wall of China. It's one of the most iconic landmarks in the world. It's about an hour and a half outside of Beijing, but the journey is well worth it. The Great Wall is a marvel of engineering and history, and trust me, it's even more impressive in real life than it is in pictures. The sheer scale and beauty of the wall are breathtaking. Just imagine you guys standing on top of that wall, looking out over the vast expanse of China. It's a moment you'll cherish forever. It's a truly humbling experience. The Great Wall is a testament to human ingenuity and perseverance. Looking out over the vast landscapes from the Great Wall, you can't help but feel a deep connection to the history and culture of China. It's a truly humbling experience. The Great Wall is a testament to human ingenuity and perseverance. Okay folks, let's talk about the most important part of any trip to China, the food. Chinese cuisine is a treasure trove of flavors, textures, and culinary traditions that have been perfected over centuries. Get ready to tantalize those taste buds, because Chinese cuisine is a wild ride of flavors and textures. From the spicy and numbing sensations of Sichuan dishes, to the delicate and subtle flavors of Cantonese cuisine, there's something for everyone. And the best part is, it's seriously affordable. Even in the big cities. You can find delicious meals at street food stalls, local eateries, and even some high-end restaurants without breaking the bank. You can eat like a king on a shoestring budget in China, which is always a bonus. Whether you're a backpacker or a luxury traveler, there's always something delicious and affordable to try. Now I know some of you might be a little hesitant to try new things, especially when it comes to food. The unfamiliar ingredients and cooking methods can be intimidating at first, but trust me on this one. Be adventurous. Embrace the opportunity to explore new flavors and dishes that you won't find anywhere else. Don't be afraid to step outside of your comfort zone and try something you've never had before. You might be surprised at how much you enjoy it. You might just discover your new favorite dish. The joy of culinary exploration is one of the best parts of traveling. One of my all-time favorite Chinese dishes is xiao long bao, also known as soup dumplings. These delicate dumplings are a must-try for any food lover. These little parcels of joy are like flavor bombs in your mouth. The combination of the thin, delicate wrapper, the savory broth, and the juicy pork filling is simply divine. They're filled with a hot savory broth and juicy pork filling, and they will absolutely rock your world. Just be careful when you take that first bite. The broth can be quite hot. If you're a fan of spicy food, then you have to try Fuchi Feifian, or chilled Sichuan beef. This dish is a perfect example of the bold and vibrant flavors of Sichuan cuisine. It's got this amazing numbing spice that'll leave your mouth tingling. The combination of the tender beef, the spicy sauce, and the numbing Sichuan peppercorns is truly unforgettable. Don't worry, it's not so spicy that it'll blow your head off, but it's definitely got a kick to it. It's a perfect balance of heat and flavor. And for all you sweet tooths out there, you have to try crystal sugar hawthorns. These candied fruits are a delightful treat that you won't want to miss. These candied fruits are like nature's candy. They're made by coating hawthorn berries in a sweet, crunchy sugar shell. They're sweet, tart, and totally addictive. Once you try them, you'll be hooked. You'll find them all over China, especially in the street food markets. These markets are a paradise for food lovers, offering a wide variety of snacks and treats. But honestly guys, this is just scratching the surface of all the amazing food that China has to offer. The diversity and richness of Chinese cuisine are truly astounding. From Peking duck to spicy Sichuan hot pot, hand-pulled noodles to dim sum, there's something for everyone. Each region of China has its own unique culinary traditions and specialties. So come hungry, my friends, and prepare to be amazed by the culinary delights of China. Your taste buds are in for an unforgettable adventure. Well folks, that's a wrap on our whirlwind tour of China. I hope this video has given you some serious wanderlust and inspired you to start planning your own adventure to this incredible country. Remember guys, traveling is all about embracing the unknown, stepping outside your comfort zone, and creating memories that will last a lifetime. And trust me, China is the perfect place to do just that. So what are you waiting for? Start planning your China adventure today. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more travel tips and inspiration. Safe travels, everyone!